Welcome to my channel, Dhanesh here. In the last video, we discussed about Java methods. In this video, I am going to discuss about constructors in Java. It's an important concept in Java. Let's discuss. Let's start. A constructor in Java is a special method that is used to initialize objects. The constructor is called when an object of a class is created. It can be used to set initial values for the object attributes. This characteristics, it's really important. Note that the constructor name must match the class name. The constructor name and the class name must be same. These two should be equal, and it cannot have a return type like void or anything. So constructor cannot have a return type. That's another important characteristics. Also note that the constructor is called when the object is created. We discussed. All classes have constructors by default. If you do not create a class constructor yourself, Java creates the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, will create a constructor for it. However, then you are not able to set initial values for object attributes. Constructor parameters. Constructor can also take parameters, which is used to initialize the attributes. See, in the following program, we add an int y parameter to the constructor. Inside the constructor, we set x to y, x is equal to y. When we call the constructor, we pass a parameter to the constructor 5, which will set the value of x to 5. We will see that program. So now let's do a program in Eclipse IDE. So this is Eclipse IDE. You may be familiar, we were using this. So we will do a simple program to understand what exactly is constructor. So here you have index, that is a class attribute is created. Now we are creating the constructor. If you see, this is the constructor. This and the class name both are same. My class and the constructor name, that's the one important characteristics we discussed, both are same. And inside that we have initialized the value for x. Then public static void main, we created the object. Then if we access that my object.x, see we will see what will be printing. See, it's printing 5 because the value of x is initialized inside the constructor as 5. We also discussed on constructor parameters. See, let's do a program related to constructor parameters. Just one second. See, you remember constructor can also take parameters. We already discussed. So we will do a program in Eclipse related to that. Let's see. So if you see this program, see index. So in our constructor, my class, it's taking an argument y, and we have x, we have taken it as y. And we have passed the value here. You can see it here. If you see this line of code, see, we passed 5, that is through the constructor. We are passing the value 5. Then we are calling x. See, the constructor is taking the value y, the variable y, and we passed it. Now we are trying to print x. Then you can see it here, it's also 5 because here we are changing the value of x to y. The constructor is taking y and we passed the 5 to the value of y. Once when it called the constructor, x also becomes 5. That's what you can see it from this program. Even we can pass multiple parameters to the constructor. We will see one such program in Eclipse. See, we have my class here. This is another program. I will format this code. You may be familiar. You will select the code, Control Shift Format. It will format the entire code. So here it is related to the information of a car, the model year, string model name, and I have passed inside the constructor. My class is the constructor. Here two arguments, it's int year and string name. So model year is equal to year and model name is equal to name. So those variables we have changed to year and name. Then inside the main method, I am creating my car object of the class, and I am passing 1969 and Mustang, right? It's a Ford car. So you have two parameters. These parameters will be passed here when it is called, and it will be printed to model year and model name. So it will be passed to model year and model name. So when we print this, see, when we run this program, you can see here, see 1969 Mustang, like that it's printed. So from this, what we understood is, you can pass, multiple parameters, multiple arguments you can pass to the constructor. So we have covered almost all the aspects of the constructor, and we have done the programs related to those properties of constructor as well. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Thanks a lot.